Even the most experienced storm chasers are no match for high winds that can blow over structures, trucks, and people. So how would you react?
KTLA's Surviving Disaster Week has answers to questions that can save lives. Joining us again is extreme weather expert Thomas Costigan. He's the author of the National Geographic Extreme Weather Survival Guide and Extreme Weather for Kids. Thomas, good to see you again this morning.
Good morning.
And earlier, we quizzed our viewers about high winds, so let's go ahead and take a look at the options. If high winds kick up, you should A, get to a safe room or basement. B, if on foot, find shelter anywhere, and any structure is better than being exposed. C, if driving, take refuge under an overpass if possible. And D, open the windows in your house so air pressure doesn't build up and cause it to implode.
All right, let's discuss option A, get to a safe room or basement.
You should get lower to the ground and get as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. That's kind of the whole idea here. Tornadoes, they have those cyclonic winds, but straight line winds like we get here, even now they call them the devil's winds that are coming from the inland that we're seeing in the last couple of days. Yeah. Those can be just as destructive, just as much force, and some of them, like those derechos that you hear about, that and strange but Spanish word for straight line winds, can go 600 miles, cause all sorts of damage. So really important to mind those winds as well. It doesn't just have to be a tornado.
All right.
Option B, Thomas, if on foot, find shelter anywhere. Any structure is better than being exposed. What do you think?
It's not just any structure, and that's the important point here. Mobile homes, for example, garages, for example, sheds, or anything that is flimsy. Winds can make cows fly, tip over trains. So you want to be in a really sturdy structure, and again, goes back to the basement, lower to the ground, keep away from windows and doors, that type of thing. So really find a safe structure to get to.
Option C, if you're driving, take refuge under an overpass if possible.
Yes, and despite what we may have seen in some major motion pictures, whom I won't name, Twister, the funnel effect of underneath an overpass can actually make the wind speeds greater.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
really?
then you're exposed and you don't have anywhere to go and you're trapped there. Flying debris is the biggest hazard for any wind event. So if you're there stuck, you have a bigger danger of being trapped and being exposed to that debris.
Wow.
Option D is open the windows in your house so air pressure doesn't build up and cause it to implode. I always heard that about hurricanes and tornadoes.
I don't know where this came from. It's just empirically, scientifically not correct. There's nothing to it. And it's more dangerous because if you lower the windows in your homes, you're letting that wind come in, again, allowing it to pick up debris and make yourself hurt. So close the windows, close the doors, close the drapes, close the shades, keep that debris away.
So the proper answer
was the first one, was true. So, and keep the windows closed on the last one, and the first answer that we had was the only true one. Everything else falls. And especially now as we look at these giant windstorms like haboobs that have like a Japanese monster movie come and just looks like they've eaten Phoenix over the last couple of summers.
There
go, yeah.
And then those have crept into Coachella Valley as well. And that kicks up things like dust, and some of the spores on that creates valley fever, which is a big, big deal, especially in Arizona. It's the second most common disease. They may have found a cure for it as of yesterday. So there's some good news there, but again, stay inside, stay safe, and take winds very seriously.
All right, great advice from Thomas. We want to thank you again, Thomas Costigan, weather expert, for joining us for KTLA's Surviving Disaster Week. You can check out his website as well, theclimatesurvivalist.com.